Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the All About Favor channel. Thank you again for all of your support. Thank you to all of my subscribers. And please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and like and share the videos. Please, I need to see your likes up. And it's okay. Call somebody, tell them to take a listen in. Today is Tell the Truth Thursday. Now, these episodes are very difficult for me because when I read through these emails, I get emotional real easy because these truths can be anybody's story. And some of these truths, they're painful for the people that lived through this. Let's get right into the emails. The first email I'm going to share with you. It says, "Dear Pastor K, I know this email might not be one that a lot of people expect, but I give up. I just don't even want to try anymore. Well, I'm not suicidal or anything. That's not what I'm saying." She says, "What I'm saying is I just give up on my family." She said, "I come from a family history of generational curses." And I'll just go ahead and start with, I was some people will say, well, I'll say it. It started, she said, with being molested by someone in the home. She said, well, actually, it was my mom's husband. I say that because he wasn't our father. He was our stepdad. Pastor Casey, I was 13 years old when this man brutally raped me. My life has never been the same since. And he did it on more than one occasion. And she says in this email, and as I say, I do have notes, when I went to tell my mom what happened, I didn't tell her because she was so in love with this man. Get to the crust of this email, Pastor K. I'm now a grown woman. I'm in my late 30s, and I cannot even be in a relationship with a man, not a healthy one, because I'm traumatized I can't have sex because I'm so traumatized by it. So this is what I decided to do. And I decided to do this before I found your YouTube page. I wish I had found your page first before I took this upon myself to do. I decided that I wanted to tell my mom the truth and confront the monster that she's still married to all these years. And that did not work out so well because the day I decided to confront her, other people were present, meaning one of my aunties and her husband, a couple of cousins was there. And I don't know, I didn't mean to just blurt it out the way I did, but it happened. And when I said this man was a monster and what he had done to me, do you know my mama took up for him? She took his side. I just give up on them. I just throw my hands up and I've given up on my family. I don't want to even see her no more. I definitely am not going to anything they ever have again. And I told my sisters the same thing. I said, y'all, don't even call me the day of when she died, don't even call my phone. Can you all feel the anger and the hurt in this email? Just reading it, the page is dripping. It's so much more she put in. This is about a 3-page email. I'm going to break it up in pieces and share it different times. But this is just the start. This is how the email opened. She says, I'm just done with them. I just give up. I give up on my family because they either want to say, that's been years ago. You not over. How do you get over somebody brutally raping you and you a little girl? And you've never had sex before. Now I'm in my 30s and I don't want a man touching me. Is there a subscriber out there can relate to what she's saying? Can you all type something in the comments? My sister, thank you so much for sharing that pain, that hurt, that disappointment in your mom. I do know, and I say this every week, I do know that counseling can help you. I believe that. The anger, unpacking this email, viewers, you wondering, where do you start with this? Do you start with the physical attack and assault on her body? Do you start from the anger she feels towards her mother? Do you start with the anger she feels towards her stepfather that she refers to as a monster? How do you begin to unpack this? And as I said, it's a lot more in this email. It's way more. A couple of more pages to this email. We will keep you in prayer, my sister. Thank you so much for your willingness to share this. Thank you. Let's go to truth number 2. And wow. That to start the tell the truth off with that one. You understand what I say. When I read these, it touches me. The next email number 2, to tell the truth. Dear Pastor K, I am a loyal viewer of your channel now. I have been journaling, and I will say the email that you read on last week about the married man who's struggling with his sexuality, I also have the same issue. I'm a 43-year-old Black man. I do have a wife and 2 children. And I basically got married to prove that I wasn't attracted to the opposite sex. I'm going to clean up some of the way they word some of this, because I know on YouTube there's certain rules, certain things we can and can't say. So if you hear me struggle or see me looking at the paper a little bit different, I'm trying to clean up the wording or change it around a little bit to conform to the rules. He's a 43-year-old Black man, and he is struggling with his attractive issues to the same sex, is what he's saying. He got married just to satisfy to prove a point, because he said, I really don't want to be this way, but I feel like I was born this way. He said, ever since I was a little boy, he said, now let me preface this and say, I grew up in a household full of women. My mama, my grandmama, and I had 5 sisters. I'm the only boy. I never knew who my daddy was. My mama had boyfriends, but she never brought them home because she said she was not going to leave her girls open to be molested. So that is where this email picks up at. He says, I have 2 children. And he says, but you know what? I'm going to tell this truth that my wife don't even know about. Pastor K, I'm ashamed of this, but then again, I'm really not. How can they be my children? It's a boy, he's 9 years old, and a girl that's 12. Pastor KZ, my wife doesn't know this. I had a vasectomy before I married her. How could they be my children? He said, I walk around literally with hatred in my heart for this woman for deceiving me. But I too have deceived her because of how I am. So I want to leave her, but I'm attached to these kids. And you know the sad part about it is both of those kids got the same father, and this the same guy she's still running around with that she think I don't know about. But the guy she's running around with, his male cousin is the guy I'm seeing. Okay, whew. Subscribers and viewers, Did that just blow your mind? When I read this, I had to read it 3 times because I'm like, am I reading this right? How do you unpack this? Let me just skip down further in this email and tell you something else he's saying that's a truth. He says, the first truth is, I'm not straight. The second truth is, them kids is not my kids. And now the truth that I really want to tell so bad, I want to tell my wife so bad, these not my kids. I had a vasectomy. I can't even make no kids. I just want to tell her so bad. And the fourth thing I want to tell her is I know their dad, and I know you messing around with them. And then the coup de grace that I want to tell her is I'm dating this cousin who also is on the down low. Try that on for size. Oh boy. Okay, I'll do it. Okay, boy. Y'all, that's a mess there. This here email, all of this here going on, this is a mess. And my brother, it's going to be a mess if you tell it the way you want to tell it. He also says, and I'm going to give more of his email in a part 2, because these emails on Tell the Truth Thursday, they are very long and I just can't unpack it all, but I hit the highlights of it. He says, one day I feel like if I can get me enough Grey Goose in me, it just might come out. Bruh, that's the worst thing you can do, is get drunk and tell this in an open forum. That's the worst thing you can do. I'm going to keep you in prayer. Thank you so much for sharing this. I will continue to unpack this email, but at a later date. Subscribers and viewers, Tell the Truth Thursday today is crazy. It's off the chain. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. That just blew my mind right there. I don't even know who to side eye on this one. The wife? Girl, when you hear this from your husband, we're going to pray for you, bro. And please, you got insurance? Find you a therapist and get there fast. The third, tell the truth. I'm going to tell the third truth. Let's move on to the next one. This is a revisit. Pastor KZ, I'm back. I know you're going to get tired of me writing you. No, I'm not. Keep writing. Keep writing. It's good for you. Obviously, it's helping you. I'm the same guy with the wife and the work wife. How about we went to church together, me and my wife? Not together in the same car or anything, but we did sit together. How about when the pastor opened the doors of the church, the work wife went down and sit in the chair with our son to be christened. My real wife walked out the sanctuary. Now, what should I do? I keep saying this to you every week. Why do you do this to me? Boy, bye. What? She go to the same church you go to? He tells me in this email, the only reason she know the church I attend is because when I was so enthralled and thinking I was in love with her, I told her about the church and she began to come as a visitor. Now that I'm trying to get back with my wife and moved out with her, she decides she gonna join the church and tell the pastor her son, she wants her son, her son to be christened. So when the pastor asked, was she married? She said, well, it's complicated. My wife walked out the church. Pastor KZ, I'm in a pickle. I don't know what to do. This is getting worse and worse. That's why I keep writing you every week. It does not get any better. Please, all about favor, family, and friends and subscribers, Help me. Bruh, thank you so much, my brother, for continuing to support this platform and continuing to entrust your truths with Pastor KZ. I wish there was some way I can help you. The only thing, I remember I encouraged you to get counseling, to start counseling. And I told you, joint counseling is, your wife is not ready for that right now. You need to get counseling first. You have created a mess, but that's not to say that things won't get better and it won't turn around through much prayer. Healing will take place. But look like things with this woman is getting out of hand. It's going further and further. He's like in the email, he says, what will she tell next? What is the next thing? I don't know what this woman is going to do next. My brother, we don't know. That's the thing. When you get in these type of relationships, it's unpredictable. And you don't really know the person you're dealing with really outside of work. You fell in love with somebody. You thought, I'm sorry, because you did correct that and say you was in lust, not love. You got yourself something. We, the All About Favor family of subscribers, we are going to keep you in prayer. We're going to keep you lifted up on the altar. Thank you for sharing your truth. Continue. Are you still journaling every day? Keep doing that, because it seems like the more you journal, the more you're adding things that what's happening on a day-to-day basis with this situation. We're going to keep you and lifted up in prayer. But please, please go and start therapy. Start therapy and trying to rekindle things and get back with your wife. I don't know, after this last event at the church, and she walked out the church. Now, subscribers, I will say this, and viewers, he does go on further to tell me more details about what happened the rest of that day. I'll have to unpack that for you later, because if I told you what else he said happened at the end of that day, it'll just blow your mind. It's just unbelievable. It's too much. So what I will do is I'm going to side-eye this work wife situation. Girl, you need to stop. And to you, my brother, boy, bye with this. When does this mess end? Tell the Truth Thursday. I hope some of you, listening to these truths, will feel like it's okay to share your truths. Open up. Continue to journal. And those of you who feel like you need to talk to someone, go and get you a therapist. Get you counseling, because you can't just share your truths with everybody. You need to share your truths with the hopes and endeavors of getting help, getting tools that you can use so that you can have a better mental health state of mind. Because right now, from reading these emails and these truths, mentally, it's a lot of instability going. You all have some anger issues. You got some issues of deep-seated hurt, and it's combustible. Some of you are walking around, you're a walking time bomb. Like the guy that said he wants some Grey Goose and he just want to tell the truth. He just want to blurt it out. He's just so angry and hurt. Some people don't understand that some of your anger stems from being hurt. And with that hurt, you just have suppressed it. Like the young lady that was raped at 13. You've suppressed it, kept it all inside. And then when you do tell the truth to the people that it matters most to, and they reject what you're telling them, now that anger just builds up. And like she says, I just give up on them. I give up on them. I don't want to be. And for her to tell her sisters, don't even call me when mama die. I'm not going to be up in that. I pray that you change your mind and that some type of healing comes from this. I don't think I'm going to unpack anything else from Tell the Truth Thursdays today. The 3 of those emails, that should be enough to get you viewers to really thinking. I want you to type in the comments, even if you're typing comments to the people whose email I've shared. If you have some advice, some tips for them, some tools, if you just want to give them some scriptures and just pray with them, do that. Now, don't think for a moment because I don't offer prayer or scriptures during the video shooting of this that I'm not doing that. when I personally email them back. I am personally emailing some of these people back, and some of them personally have given me their phone numbers. So I am establishing a rapport with them where I pray with them, and some of them I have offered scripture offer outside of this platform, because some of the things they share is very personal, and they have asked for me to personally respond one-to-one. Now, any of these emails that I share, I have been given permission, because they'll write in there, please share this part, don't share this part, just we'll talk about that part, the two of us. So I will not in any time reveal your names or your email addresses on this platform. What you say when you write these emails, feel safe that you can share. I will not betray your trust on that. And thank you again for entrusting me with this information. Remember, it's okay to tell the truth. It's just not okay for you to tell it a certain way and just blurt it out where you hurt people. That is not the goal of this. The goal of Tell the Truth Thursday is to help you to journal and say things on paper that you really wish you could verbalize. And one day you will eventually graduate to the step where maybe you can have a conversation with that person, if that person that you're telling the truth about, or who's hurt you or betrayed you, if they're still alive. As the young man told us a couple of weeks ago, he went to his daddy's grave and blasted him. Speaking of which, he did send me a follow-up email, and he wants me to share it with you all. So I will be sharing that with you in the upcoming weeks. Again, keep journaling. Stay focused. Thank you again for supporting the channel. And always remember, there is hope. Never give up. Love yourself. Be at peace with who you are. In spite of what other people say, you've got to be able to look at yourself in the mirror each day. Love yourself. And as to giving up, don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Some situations you will have to walk away from, but that doesn't mean you give up. It just means my time with this relationship is up. My time on this job is up. There's an expiration date on certain things, and that include relationships. And I know some people are saying, well, Pastor Casey, it's hard to walk away from your family, people that you love. Well, that is true. But if it is not protecting your peace and you don't feel in a safe space around them, or if every time you're around them, all you do is get in this large confrontation, or it's a combative relationship back and forth, it is not conducive to good health. And what you're doing is you're affecting everybody in that circle around you. You don't wait till Thanksgiving Day to air out your dirty laundry in front of all of the children and the guests coming over for dinner. That's not the right time to do things. It's not the right time to get drunk and get to drinking, and you start, like the young man, want to just blast on his wife and her boyfriend and tell about his sexuality and his boyfriend. That's not the time to do those things. Tell the Truth Thursday is a tool. It's meant to help you. It's meant to help you to be able to say, this happened to me and it hurt me. And I'm angry about it, I'm hurt, and I'm in a place called stuck because I don't know how to move past this, and I need help. That's what this is about. Pastor K, in no way, just because I may joke and say boy by a girl by a side eye, that's just part. A lot of the viewers say they like when I do that, but that's to lighten it. That's not to in any way discount or devalue what they're saying in the emails, because these are some hurtful situations. And always remember, Pastor K praying for you. And there's people out there who will help you. Never give up hope. I'll see you back. Have a wonderful Thursday. And remember, Friday is Fun Friday. We got to lighten up a little bit because this was a lot to unpack. Whew, these emails today blew my mind. Have a wonderful Thursday. Stay blessed. Continue to be favored. Don't ever let go of his hand. Keep holding on. I'll see you tomorrow.